Hey, so we're back out in the shop, and we're into some Toyota stuff today. Got a Toyota with a pretty classic rusted out frame. Um, Here, I'll spin you around and I'll show you. So normally with these, they always rust out in the back, but this one it's actually quite solid. Oh, actually, if I grab my light. Our shop's a bit of a disaster. We got all sorts of stuff going on right now. But so up in here, the frame is rusted out pretty bad. And so I'm going to cut it out. The cross member is still in good shape. But, and this side here is still in good shape. It's actually really quite clean. And for some reason, this side here is not. So I'm gonna start by using a needle scaler, and I'm gonna descale that. So here, I'll show you. I don't know if you guys have ever used one of these. Here, where's the end of it? There it is. So when you hit the trigger, it's going to be a little bit loud. Those fingers go back and forth. And they just tickle all that rust off. So that's where I'll start. That's where I'll start is with the needle scaler, and I'll get it all dialed in, and then it'll be easier to see what I'm going to have to cut out and replace. It looks like it's a pretty easy job, so I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'll take you along. I'm going to clean that up with the needle scaler now. Okay, let's clean the scale off here. Hey, so I'm under this truck. I'm not sure what year this thing is. I'll have to find that out. But it's a Toyota Tundra, and normally they always rot out at the back, like they rot out up there. But this one here has rotted out in the front. So I'll spin you around and I'll show you what I've found. So up in here, there's the pocket where the frame starts. Okay, so how can I hold this and hold my light? So that's not too bad. It's a bit awkward. Where's my hand? Sorry. Okay, so up in this frame pocket, there's the bottom of the frame. There's the front cross member. In this cross member hole is a giant chunk of foam. And it's just a big shitty brick of foam. It sucks. So on this side over here, I was looking at how it was so rotten. Like the whole bottom is just so rotten. I was like, what would cause that? And so I started blowing it out with the air compressor, and the stuff wouldn't just blow past down through the frame. So I started fishing around, and up inside this hole, up inside that frame hole, is another brick of that foam. So I'm gonna pull that big stupid sponge out, and then it'll be easy to fix this, and it'll last. That foam, it pretty much is a guaranteed fail. Can I get my camera to see it, or is it a bit dark in that pocket? Yeah, you can't see it. So that big chunk of foam in there, It's like designed to fail. Like it's just a big, wet, shitty sponge in there. So I'm gonna pull that out and then I'm gonna plan rebuilding this. So up inside the frame is one of these big blocks of just foam. Like it's just a big squishy brick of foam. And there's another one right up in here. This one's harder to get at. A strong hand. I can't get it. Oh, I get it. There we go. Yeah, it's just a big brick of foam. Like it's engineered to fail, this thing. Absolutely designed to fail. That's gay. So now we got her cleaned out in there. Now it's just a matter of rebuilding this bottom and a little bit of the side. And really there's not much else to it. It's pretty good. So yeah, I just thought I'd show you guys that. Like I can't believe that would be in there actually. Like it literally just a big two big bricks of foam on each side. Like it's just, it has to fail. Has to fail. I guess they didn't hear that Toyota frames are already junk. They didn't need to help it. But whatever. It is what it is. I'm gonna fix it, and then it won't happen again. Okay, so I'm gonna get into cutting this up, and I'll be back. Okay, so next is I'll use the old death wheel there, and I'm gonna cut that bottom out. I wrapped a glove up around the fuel line so I wouldn't burn anything. Now we'll just cut this out. Hey, so I'm back. Okay, so I've switched my disc over to a flapper disc, and I've picked one that's already been used. It's a bit worn out, and I've done that because I'm not trying to remove really any material from this area. I'm just trying to clean it up so that it's nice, clean, bright metal to weld on. A lot of projects get ruined by over grinding, like big terrible grind marks or grinding the parent metal out so thin that it's just not even there. Don't over grind your stuff, just enough so that you can lay in a really nice clean slick weld and get the job done. The grinding is a really important part. A nice, really clean grind just makes everything look pro. When you got big, terrible grind marks all over, it doesn't look pro. So I suggest when you're doing these kind of projects, use a nice soft flapper. Don't just lean into it. Just clean off the paint that you need, the little bit of rust, and when you've got nice, bright, shiny metal, you're done. I'm going to clean this up now, and then I'm going to fab up a quick piece for the filler. Yeah, I'm getting closer. This one shouldn't take too long. I'll be done today for sure. So on that note, I'm going to get at it. Okay, I'll see you guys in a bit. So I've cleaned that up with the flap disc, and I cut the rusty piece out, and I'll show you here. When you're cutting these out, when you're cutting the old pieces out, try not to hurt the template that you've cut out of it. Like if you cut it out real careful, you've got a perfect template to put the new piece back in. And then eliminates all the math and the fooling around and all that stuff. So this way, I'm just going to lay this thing on another piece of steel. I'm going to rough cut it out. On this side here, I'm going to just leave it a little bit long. And then that side there will match. And I'll just mark the one side in the frame. And it'll only take minutes instead of being a big, long excursion of how am I going to do this. So I'm going to cut this out on a piece of steel right now. And we'll get it ready to be fit in. I'll show you the next step in a minute. Okay, so when I'm laying out, I really love these fine deep hole markers. They leave such a small, precise line. So I can just keep my steel. Keep my steel there. Lay this thing out. And then on the far side, I'm just gonna leave it a little bit wild. I'll just take it. I don't know. I'll probably cut it around there. And I'll tuck one side in and then I'll mark it. And then I'll know that this thing will be pretty spot on. Okay, so I'm doing everything with just a zip cut and a flapper wheel and a welder. These repairs do not have to be super complicated and expensive. If you have the determination and you want to get this done, you can get it done with very basic tools. I have plasma cutters and all that stuff, but my number one go-to almost always is a grinder and a few different assortment of discs, 1/8 combo, a flapper, a few zips, and you can accomplish a lot. So don't be afraid to go out and get her. Hey, get those projects done. There's no time like the present to start, really. So I'm going to cut this with my grinder. It's loud, so I'm not going to record it, but that's what I'm doing. And then I'll be back. So I'm done fixing the damage from these little buggers. Look at how much water these things hold. It's like these were tucked up in the frame. Seems like an awesome idea. They don't hold any water or anything. Just big wet sponges. So now under here, she's all bright shiny metal. Turned out really good. And this thing will be good for years now. It'll be good for years. Dun, dun, dun. So, if you got one of these Tundras, you might want to have a look and see if you got that foam in there, because that's definitely going to eat your frame away. That's terrible design. But on that note, I'm going to sweep the floor, get out of here, call her a night. So I'll be back tomorrow. Have a good night. If you buy 35 Toyota Tundras, it comes with a mattress. Some assembly required.